Good morning, this is Joe. It is around 5-6 a.m. and I'm putting this video together because a lot of people had been asking me about these meal replacement bars that I made. You don't necessarily want to go to the store and get one of these crazy bars with like 6,000 ingredients that you can't even pronounce, which you know can't be good for you. I'm going to actually show you how I make mine. That way you can make your very own at home and stay healthy. Okay, so here's the ingredients that you're going to have. You're going to have 2 bowls, almonds, raisins, almond milk, oatmeal, old-fashioned oats here. You've got some honey, some almond butter, and of course the essential meal replacement. You can use chocolate or vanilla. I do chocolate. And you mix all these things together and then you're going to get these. Okay, so for speed purposes I went ahead and just pre-measured these out. So right here we have 4 cups of oatmeal. We have 3/4 of a cup of almonds, half a cup of raisins, and 3 cups of our meal replacement powder. This is what we call the dry bowl. Moving on, we also have a wet bowl. There's nothing in it, so it's not wet yet. But wet bowl is the honey, almond butter, almond milk. The almond milk is 1 cup, and I actually ran out of raisins, so I used what I had in my house, which I also had these dried pineapple chunks. And what I did was I took the pineapple here and I cut the slices into halves just to make them a little smaller. 2 tablespoons honey, 3 of almond butter. So this is how I mix my my honey and all that. So what I do, I just take the honey and I get that tablespoon ready. I basically mix it in with my almond milk and kind of wash it out to make sure I get all of it in there. But I thought this could be a helpful tip because the first time I tried making these, I did not think to just mix like this, and I made a huge mess. And this way you're a lot less messy. Okay. And then you just do the same thing with your almond butter. It's a nice healthy scoop there. Might be a little more than a tablespoon, but we're going to go ahead and mix our wet bowl in the bowl. And we're mixing, and we're mixing, and we're mixing. And if you see this, now I'm just going to mix this all together. Kind of looks like a crazy cereal right now, but eventually this is going to look like an awesome meal replacement bar. Dry bowl still needs some work, so we're going to go ahead and do the dry bowl now. Dry bowl, same thing as wet bowl. We're going to just dump the stuff. Oh, there we go. That nice little mound. But you know, you don't really have to mix the dry too much, just to make sure it's a little more evenly dispersed, so you don't have the oatmeal layer and the meal replacement powder layer. Okay, so now we got the dry bowl, we got the dry bowl, we got the wet bowl. We're gonna make the wet bowl go into the dry bowl, and voila. So there we go. And then this is where the magic happens. I'm gonna make sure you see the magic. Okay, so I'll just tilt this a little bit, and you can see is you want to mix this together until it becomes thick. That's very, very important. A lot of powders out there. There's a lot of meal replacement powders and protein powders. One of the reasons why I prefer the specific Your Health is because, well, for one, it tastes better, it has more nutrients, but then also it does mix better together as far as becoming a solid. Ta-da! Sort of looks like a really thick Cliff Bar. What you're going to do next is get your pan, and then it's a lot of mixing, I know, but trust me, in the end it's worth it. Now, important to note, see my bowl? See how it's like all gone? If you see a lot of like your meal replacement powder that's dry and still in here, that means you didn't mix it well enough. So you want to go back, re-put it in, remix it, because you're missing out on some of the goodies. After you smooth all this out, some of you guys might want to cut the bars then, cut this into the appropriate size bars. For me, I like to freeze it and then cut it, just because it's a little more clean for me that way. And what I'm doing right now is basically just smoothing over to make sure it's a little more even. If you don't do this, what you'll have is some of your bars will be much thicker than others. So some of them might end up being like meal replacement bars, and then some others might be like snack replacement bars. So after you're done with this, you just throw it in the freezer, let it freeze for about 30 minutes, and make sure to wash your dishes. So, hope you enjoyed all of that. Let me know if you try it. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be trying to put up really good content as I take you through my journey through this 8-week challenge that I'm participating in. And we're going to learn a lot of fun things along the way. And let me know if you like this recipe.